Hey book lovers, welcome back to my sister's TBR podcast. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Stacy, and we're so happy you're here with us today for another exciting episode.
Today we're talking about all the September releases that we're absolutely buzzing for. There are some seriously exciting books coming out this month, and we can't wait to share our top picks with you.
And of course, we'll dive into what we're currently reading, like T. King Fisher, Sarah J. Maas, Penelope Douglas, and a few other favorites. Our TBRs are always growing, and we've got some must-reads to discuss.
Plus, we've got some bookish news to share, so if you love keeping up with the latest happenings in the book world, this is an episode for you.
So grab your favorite drink and join us as we catch each other up on what's been happening in our bookish lives and what we're looking forward to in the coming weeks. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So where would you like to start this episode? Because we've got a few different avenues.
My favorite part is the releases. I want to know. Let's see.
Okay.
Can we start there?
We have some really good ones. Really good ones. Would you like me to start?
Sure.
So starting out, we have Never Keep by Carolyn, Peckham, and Suzanne Valenti. These are known as the Twisted Sisters, who wrote the Zodiac Academy book series. They have a new series, Sins of the Zodiac, and you do not have to have read any of their previous series. This is a standalone series. But yeah. Look at that cover. The black with the gold.
That's beautiful.
It is. So this is another romantasy, and it is expected September 24th. And the description. The dragons are lost. The elements are at war. Enlisting isn't optional, and I'm falling for a man who wants me dead. I'm a wielder of hearts and summoner of corruption, heir to nothing and born to a fool in the wrong damn month. But I'm also one of the only two fae in this divided land of Hellions who might be starting to see through the lies we've swallowed for so long. In the year we turn 21, conscripts from across the warring nations of air, fire, earth, and water are sent to Neverkeep, the only place in our besieged continent where our magic can be awakened. But something is wrong inside Neverkeep. Something which might extend far beyond the reaches of this desolate fortress. Within the Gothic walls of this frigid castle in the snow, we're left to hold our own against the brutal fae from the opposing lands. The reapers are merciless, the royals are lying, and the werewolves run rampant, and vampires roam the wastelands in bloodthirsty covens. But even though death lurks in every shadow of the keep, it's the least of my worries. I'm delving into secrets the stars don't want me uncovering, making alliances with Faeborn to be my enemy, falling for a sinner while promising my heart to a different heathen, and somewhere amid it all, I'm supposed to win a war. I thought the only thing I had to do was survive my magical instruction. Turns out, fate doesn't favor the wicked.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm getting, like, dark academic vibes as well from that.
Yep.
But...
Yep. Oh, I like it.
Oh, it sounds so good. So good.
I love a good enemies to lovers.
Exactly. And they do that so well. Like, if you read the Zodiac Academy, those books are like candy. Like, you start and you just can't stop.
I've been wanting to start that series so badly, but I don't know why I keep putting it off.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay. Oh, another Abby Jimenez.
Mm-hmm.
The Situationship, a short story. Oh, I love short stories. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a contemporary romance, and it's coming out September 24th. Travel nurse Maddie doesn't have time for a relationship, not even with the ruggedly handsome farmer who she feels a spark of attraction to. Doug is a walking green flag. After a run-in with Maddie, thanks to the Walkin' Town mascot, Kevin Bacon the pig, he can't help but feel the spark too. Even though she doesn't plan on staying in Minnesota forever, Maddie believes she and Doug can still have a fling, or maybe they'll just find themselves in a situationship. The situationship was originally published as a bonus chapter in the Target exclusive edition of Just for the Summer. This ebook original also includes a first look at Abby's new release, Say You'll Remember Me. Oh!
Yeah, how cute is that?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, travel nurse Maddie. Oh my god. Okay.
I love that so much.
Around.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Next up, we have The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dave. This is a mystery thriller, and it's expected September 17th. It's 320 pages. Estranged siblings discover their father has been keeping a secret for over 50 years, one that may have been fatal. Liam Noone was many things to many people. To the public, he was an exacting, self-made hotel magnate fleeing his past. To his 3 ex-wives, he was a loving, albeit distant family man who kept his finances flush and his families carefully separated. To Nora, he was a father who often loved her from afar, notably a cliffside cottage perched on the California coast from which he fell to his death. The authorities ruled the death accidental, but Nora and her estranged brother Sam have other ideas. As Nora and Sam form an uneasy alliance to unravel the mystery, they start putting together the pieces of their father's past and uncover a family secret that changes everything. With Laura Dave's trademark combination of soulful suspense and evocative family drama, The Night We Lost Him is a riveting page-turner with a heartbreaking final twist you'll never see coming.
That's a big promise there.
Yeah. I kind of don't like it when they reveal that there's a plot twist.
I know, because then it's like you're constantly waiting for it, and it's like, oh, like, it's almost like then, like, you know when it's coming up.
Yeah. Oh, well. It still sounds pretty good.
Yep, definitely.
She's the author of The Last Thing He Told Me. I have that book here. I haven't read it yet. It was one of our book club books that I just never got around to doing. But it's also, that was adapted to, I believe, a TV series.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's doing pretty good.
Oh.
Oh.
For how much I loved the first one, I haven't read any other Lynn Painter books yet, and I have been meaning to, but I just keep...
There's
other things. Okay. Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, which is better than the movies. Number 2. This is YA contemporary romance, 448 pages, and it is coming out on the 24th. So many are coming out on the 24th.
So many.
I loved the first one. It was so good.
And just looking at the cover of this, like the different movies that are displayed there, I need to read them.
Okay. In this highly anticipated sequel to the New York Times bestselling Better Than the Movies, Wes and Liz struggle to balance their feelings for each other with the growing pains of being a college student. For a few beautiful months, Wes had his dream girl, strong-willed girl next door, Liz. But right as the two were about to set off to UCLA to start their freshman year together, tragedy struck. Wes was left dealing with the fallout, which ultimately meant losing Liz in the process. Flash forward months and months later, and Wes and Liz find themselves in college together, in a healthier place now. Wes knows he broke Liz's heart when he ended things, but he is determined to make her fall back in love with him. Wes knows Liz better than anyone, and he has a foolproof plan to win her back with the rom-com worthy big gestures she loves. Only, Liz will have none of it. Wes has to scheme like a rom-com hero to figure out how to see her. Even worse, Liz has a new friend, a guy friend. Still, Wes won't give up, adapting his clever plans and going hard to get Liz's attention and win back her affection. But after his best efforts get him nowhere, Wes is left wondering if their relationship is really over for good.
No, it's not. Don't worry about it.
It's not.
It's just a bump in the road.
You're good. Oh, I can't wait.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot more, like the first one, from what I gather from the outside, because I haven't read it, but it sounded like it was more of a feel-good, like, funny, easy to read.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like, is going to deal with more mature issues. I think it's going to be a little more on the emotional side.
Yeah.
That's what those are the vibes I'm getting.
Amazing. Oh my god. Can't wait. Oh.
Next, we have the third Gilmore Girl. It's Kelly Bishop's biography. It's 256 pages, and it's expected on the 17th. I love it. I love her so, so much. She did such a fantastic job in everything that she's done.
I'm rewatching Gilmore Girls again now.
Oh, it's like the perfect cozy autumn show. We watch it. It's basically a show that's just on repeat in this house. We all love it so much. So
yeah.
So this is a candid and captivating memoir from award-winning and beloved actress Kelly Bishop, spanning her 6 decades in show business from Broadway to Hollywood with A Chorus Line, Dirty Dancing, Gilmore Girls, and much more. Kelly Bishop's long, storied career has been defined by landmark achievements, from winning a Tony Award for her turn in the original Broadway cast of A Chorus Line, to her memorable performance as Jennifer Grey's mother in Dirty Dancing, but it is probably her iconic role as matriarch Emily in the modern classic Gilmore Girls that cemented her legacy. Now, Bishop reflects on her remarkable life and looks towards the future with the third Gilmore Girl. She shares some of her greatest stories and the life lessons she's learned on her journey, from her early transition from dance to drama, to marrying young, to a compulsive gambler, to the losses and achievements she experienced, among them marching for women's rights and losing her second husband to cancer. Bishop offers a rich, genuine celebration of her life, full of witty insights and featuring a special collection of personal and professional photographs. The third Gilmore Girl is a warm, unapologetic, and spirited memoir from a woman who has left indelible impressions on her audiences for decades and has no plans on slowing down.
Get it, girl?
Oh, I just love her so much. So that's amazing. There's not many biographies that I read. I buy a bunch, but I don't read them all the time.
Yep.
But I think this is one that I would buy and actually read. So.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Next up, A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. This is a fantasy, romance, dragons. Comes out again on the 24th of September, and it's 336 pages. Dragons are extinct. Witches are outcast, magic is dying, but human lust for power is immortal. Dragon fire no longer blisters the skies over Pantera, but inside the lavish palace, life is still perilous, especially for Tamsin. Raised in the glittering court alongside the princesses, in her duty to be punished for their misdeeds, treated as part of the royal family, but also as lowliest servant, Tamsin fits nowhere. Her only friend is Stig, captain of the guard, though sometimes she thinks he wants more than friendship. Yeah. When Fel, the beast of the borderlands, descends on her home, Tamsin's world becomes even more dangerous. To save the pampered princesses from a fate worse than death, she is commanded to don a veil and marry the brutal warrior. She agrees to the deception, even though it means leaving Stig, and the only life she's ever known, behind. The wedding night begins with unexpected passion and ends in near violence when her trickery is exposed. Rather than start a war, Fel accepts Tamsin as his bride, but can he accept the dark secrets she harbors? Secrets buried so deep, even she doesn't know they exist. For Tamsin is more than a royal whipping girl, more than the false wife of a man who now sees her as his enemy. And when those secrets emerge, They will ignite a flame bright enough to burn the entire kingdom to the bone. Magic is not dead, it is only sleeping, and it will take one ordinary girl with an extraordinary destiny to awaken it. I love books with dragons in them now, honestly.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
So this is going to be a love triangle?
That's what it sounds like.
Because it's very much giving me, like, the friends to lovers with Stig, the enemies to lovers with Fel, and just triangle.
Get it, girl. Yep. Get it, Stig. Go fight for that. Get her back.
Oh, that sounds so good. And like you said, we love dragons.
Yeah. And love triangles.
And love triangles. Next we have, now we're delving into the Christmas side of the episode, apparently, in September.
Oh!
The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. This is a romance Christmas mystery. Okay.
What?
Yep. 304 pages, and it's expected, again, September 24th. So this is a Knives Out gets a Hollywood rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers romance mystery.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
The bridge is out, the phones are down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared out of a locked room 3 days before Christmas. Meet Maggie Chase and Ethan Wyatt. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big-Time Thriller guy. She hates his guts. He thinks her name is Marcy, no matter how many times she's told him otherwise. And when they both accept a cryptic invitation to attend a Christmas house party at the English estate of a reclusive fan, neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, Eleanor Ashley, the Duchess of Death herself. That night, the weather turns, and the next morning, Eleanor is gone. She vanished from a locked room, and Maggie has to wonder, is Eleanor in danger, or is it all some kind of test? Is Ethan the competition, or is he the only person in the snowbound mansion she can trust? As the snow sets deeper and the stakes get higher, every clue will bring Maggie and Ethan closer to the truth, and each other. Because this Christmas, these two rivals are going to have to become allies, and maybe more, if they have any hope of saving Eleanor. Assuming they don't kill each other first.
Okay. I'm obsessed with that.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. Oh, that sounds so good.
I never thought that, because like when I think of like Christmas reads, I think of like cozy and like a romance and snuggling up by
Hallmark.
the fire. Hallmark.
Not Knives
I'm
Out.
very not Knives Out. I'm very much in like the mystery thriller part of my reading obsession. I love this.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this.
Same.
Another Christmas read. This is Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. This is Christmas holiday romance, 400 pages, and it comes out September 24th.
Who would have guessed?
Wow. This is the same author as the 12 Dates of Christmas. Let's see. Christmas can officially get...
That was my reaction the first time I read that first sentence.
Christmas can officially get stuffed because Harriet Smith is not feeling bright and merry this year. She hasn't for a while, so when her college-aged daughter opts for Manhattan's winter wonderland instead of Christmas at home, Harriet finds herself seeking solace in a wine-soaked one-night stand. But how Harriet will spend the holidays is swiftly decided for her after she takes the fall for some students who break into the town's old winter theater. To get the students off the hook, the theater's elderly owner requests that Harriet direct the washed-out stage's final Christmas performance, and Harriet will do anything to help the kids, even work with the owner's lawyer who, as it turns out, is her less than impressed one-night stand. Directing the play with him won't exactly change her life, but it might just reignite the Christmas spirit and remind her of what makes life merry and bright again. Okay.
That sounds like it will be funny.
Too, though. Yeah. Okay, I can't wait for Christmas now. Or December.
I know. Oh.
Cute.
No, I have to keep living in my autumn cozy season before I jump to Christmas. I have to enjoy the pumpkin spice season first.
Everything is so yellow and golden up here now. It's so freaking pretty.
Oh, everything is so dark here. Rebecca Yaros just posted on Instagram, and she said that she has Onyx Storm done, written. It has gone to editors. It's done. So she just finished. So it is
that comes out in January, right?
January, yes. So that was what I heard. Also, I know you didn't read them, and I'm so sad that you haven't read them. The Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. I've talked about it often because it's one of the first few like paranormal romance fantasy books that I had read and was obsessed with. Obsessed. Back in like, I don't know, 2012, 2013.
Yeah, I remember now. Yep.
Oh, it's coming to Passion Flix.
Okay.
They announced the casting.
That is pretty cool.
Yes.
I love that for you. What is Passion Flix?
Okay. Passion Flix is like Netflix meets Hallmark, but cheesy spicy. And it's very book driven. There's a lot of books that have been adapted to screen by Passion Flix.
Okay, amazing.
There was one that I read back, I don't know, at some point last year. The one, I think it was by Amy Dawes.
Yeah, I remember you talking about something that you ended up...
The one where she has like a one-night stand, gets pregnant, and ends up in emergency, and her doctor is the one that...
Yep.
Anyways, that's beside the point right now, but yeah, so I am probably going to have to get a subscription for Passion Flix to watch the Black Dagger Brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's kind of on the lower budget side, but I don't even care. It's just like a guilty pleasure.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I'm so excited. And I think that was all that I could find. It's been like a really slow month news-wise.
Yeah, I haven't seen like anything come across my timelines at all.
Nope. What are you reading? Besides the featured read, we can go over that in a few minutes.
So, I'm only reading 2 books right now.
I'm reading 5. I started reading Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. It's so cozy. I love it so much. So this is the first book. This is a fantasy romance. It's LGBT, and it's very cozy. Very cozy. You can tell by the look of the cover. The cover is literally by the looks of it, a tiefling of some sort and an orc. And they are in like a bakery or a cafe. Like, how cute. The description. After a lifetime of bounties and bloodshed, Viv is hanging up her sword for the last time. The battle-weary orc aims to start fresh, opening the first ever coffee shop in the city of Thune, but old and new rivals stand in the way of success, not to mention the fact that no one has the faintest idea what coffee actually is. If Viv wants to put the blade behind her and make her plans a reality, she won't be able to go it alone. But the true rewards of the uncharted path are the travelers you meet along the way, and whether drawn together by ancient magic, flaky pastry, or a freshly brewed cup, they may become partners, family, and something deeper than she ever could have dreamed.
That is so cute. That sounds so good. It sounds so cozy. I want to work in a cafe.
I know. I'm not very far into it. I've only just...
Oh,
that
yeah.
much. So she's only, like, just starting to get the building kind of ready.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very exciting. So the next book that I'm reading, which I can't read out the description for, but I'm on to the second Crescent City book.
On to the second?
Yes.
They're big books. That's a big bitch right there.
That's how far I'm into it.
Oh my god, I gotta catch up.
Oh my god, Rebecca. I love ACOTAR with my entire being. But there's something about this series that I'm kind of afraid to say it, but
Shut the front door.
I might like it more.
Shut the front Shut the front door right now.
That's scary because I loved ACOTAR. Like, I still do. Like,
Yeah.
I will, But after reading the first Crescent City, I devoured it. I, slurped it up, inhaled it. I am very confused about my sexuality right now. Because these books do a very good job at that. Especially the graphic audio. Oh, but they're so good, Becky.
Okay, okay.
I will get my Audible login for you because I know I said that I
it.
was going to do that and I forgot all about it.
It's okay, me too.
Yeah. So I can't read out the description of it because it's obviously
Spoiler.
the second book of the series. But it's an urban fantasy. So urban fantasy is like modern day fantasy. Like,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Still all about like the fae fantasy. There's so much more in these books.
Really?
Yeah, like ACOTAR was just fae. This is like everything. There's vampires and werewolves and angels and it's just everything. So many mythical creatures, and that's a big thing that trips a lot of people up with because the beginning, getting into this world, it's a lot because it's just like a lot of info dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very nervous about that, which is why I decided to go the graphic audio route because it feels like it's a movie in your head, right? Like, so I'm glad I did that because I feel like if I were to start reading it, I would have been lost. I wouldn't have known how to pronounce a lot of things, and I just would have been like that TikTok of starting a new fantasy series.
Shing the ming the ming ming.
Yeah, exactly. That, I feel, is what I would have been like if I started this by reading it. So I'm glad I started it with the audio.
Interesting. Okay.
So for anybody who has difficulty with hefty world building, just do yourself a favor. Listen to the audio, the graphic audio.
Okay. No.
Yes. So like I said, I'm not going to read out the description, but it's
delicious.
Urban fantasy, awesome, fantastic. And there's, like the romance in it. There's so much banter. It's like an enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
So what are you reading other than the thing? Featured read.
I tried to not read my books too fast that I was reading at the beginning of the month, but then I finished them. So, this is very fresh. I only just started this. Last night before. Yeah. I'm not very far at all, so but anyway. 5 Brothers by Penelope Douglas.
Yeah. That's so so extreme. From, like, me talking about the cozy fantasy. You're just like, I've been reading Five Brothers.
Yeah. So, I love Penelope Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
My start with her, or my intro to her, was the Devil's Night series.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And then Ange read Credence. And there's this, like, back and forth with reviews on Credence. Yeah, very taboo. Mm-hmm. I haven't read Credence yet. It's on my Kindle. I haven't.
What?
I know.
What? How did I not know that you haven't read Credence?
I don't know why. It's literally sitting there in my Kindle for literally 3 years now, 2 years. I don't know why.
Oh, if you want to have really confusing, conflicting feelings, you have to read that book.
Well, I've been told.
Carry on.
I've been told that Five Brothers gives the kind of same vibe.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I don't even know what genre this would be.
Probably just contemporary romance. That's a very contemporary dark romance.
Delicious. Okay.
Om nom nom.
Okay. Macon is the oldest, 31, ex-Marine. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Army is 28, a single dad with the most beautiful green eyes. He has no idea who he is if not a Jaeger brother. Iron will be in prison soon. You'd never think it to meet him. He's a nice guy, actually, but he can't stop reacting to everything. Dallas is the one I hate. 21, cruel and selfish. He takes and then throws away whatever's left. And Trace is mine, or he was for about 2 seconds. No one can tame him for long. Not that I ever wanted to. It was fun, but now I need to go home. Back to my side of the tracks, away from the swamp and these men, to my parents' big house on my clean street, where I'm never dirty or messy or hot, and I will. I'll leave first thing tomorrow morning. I just want to crash on the couch tonight. Their house is dark and quiet, and everyone else is asleep, except for him. He sees me crying and comes at me from behind. I let him wrap his arms around my body and hold me tightly. His breath is on my neck, his fingers are in my hair, and he doesn't stop there. I don't think it was Trace. Yeah, I'm very, very early into it, but amazing. It's still Penelope Douglas. It's her writing. I love her writing so much, and she's just so good.
Yeah.
Maybe after this one, I'll finally read Credence.
Have you read Tris Six Venom?
I tried. I have it on my Kindle as well. Tried to get into it. Couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I also started listening to... I forgot about this. This is another book I'm... listening to. Anyway, no, I haven't. Couldn't get into it. I read the first couple chapters, if I can remember correctly. This was like last year, I think. I don't know what was going on. Maybe like just headspace wise, I wasn't into that genre at the time, or I just... Who knows? Mood reader also.
I don't think you need to read it before Five Brothers anyways. It's just they are sort of introduced in Tris Six Venom. Because I think they're her brothers or something along those lines. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's why some people say to read it first, but you definitely don't have to. Well, so what is the other one that you forgot about?
Birthday Girl by Penelope.
Wait. You didn't read Birthday Girl either?
No.
Have I read more Penelope Douglas than you?
I think so.
I thought that you had read, like, all of these books.
Nope. I kept putting it off. Like, just other things kept coming up that I wanted to read more. I know.
Rebecca.
I know.
It's Penelope Douglas.
I know. I agree. Okay. But I'm finally reading it now, or listening to it.
Or if I knew that you didn't read Birthday Girl, when we were in our whole, like, binge of, like, older and, like, the age gap thing, I would have suggested this!
I don't think I knew that it dealt with an age gap.
Oh.
I don't think I knew.
It's one of my favorites.
I know now. Boy, do I know now. Okay. So, I'm also reading Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. It's 349 pages. Contemporary romance. Erotica. Jordan. He took me in when I had nowhere else to go. He doesn't use me, hurt me, or forget about me. He listens to me, protects me, and sees me. I can feel his eyes on me over the breakfast table, and my heart pumps so hard when I hear him pull in the driveway after work. I have to stop this. It can't happen. My sister once told me there are no good men, and if you find one, he's probably unavailable. Only Pike Lawson isn't the unavailable one. I am. Pike. I took her in, because I thought I was helping. As the days go by, though, it's becoming anything but easy. I have to stop my mind from drifting to her and stop holding my breath every time I bump into her in the house. I can't touch her, and I shouldn't want to, but we're not free to give in to this. She's 19, and I'm 38, and her boyfriend's father. Unfortunately, they both just moved into my house.
Oh, it's so bad. So you are enjoying it so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew you would.
I'm not very far into that one either, though, because I actually forgot that I was reading this. I started this, I think, at the beginning of this month, but, like, they just moved in, like, not that long ago, so, like, yeah.
Oh. I cannot wait to talk about this one at the end of the month, because you have to finish it.
I will, I promise.
Oh, so good.
I love reading.
So the only other book that I have on my list right now that I'm currently reading is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So she's the one who wrote Shadow and Bone series, Six of Crows.
Oh.
Yes. Ninth House is the number 1 in the Alex Stern series. It's a fantasy mystery. It's also the winner for Best Fantasy in 2019 on Goodreads.
Damn, you're, like, on the ball with these reads.
Yeah.
Damn.
Huh. I can't take credit for this one because it's the book club book.
Okay, fair.
September.
But still.
So Galaxy, Alex Stern, is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Raised in the Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead-end jobs, and much, much worse. By age 20, in fact, she is the sole survivor of a horrific, unsolved multiple homicide. Some might say she's thrown her life away, but at her hospital bed, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most elite universities on a full ride. What's the catch, and why her? Still searching for answers to this herself, Alex arrives in New Haven, tasked by her mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies. These 8 windowless tombs are well known to be haunts of the future rich and powerful. From high-ranking politicos to Wall Street and Hollywood's biggest players, but their occult activities are revealed to be more sinister and more extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you say that was mystery fantasy?
Yeah, it's listed as fantasy, mystery, horror, paranormal, adult. So I'm very intrigued. Yeah, I'm not far. I literally just started it today. So.
We'll hear about it at the end of the month.
I hope so.
Get it done.
Yeah, and then the only other one that we have left is the featured read, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to take it away?
Sure. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Take it away, Ernie! It's gonna be a bump. Holy fuck, we gotta stop by.
But if we stop, then we're just going to be disappointing our listeners.
Also true. Okay. Our featured read for this month is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. It is 352 pages. Genre is horror fantasy. Okay. A young woman discovers a strange portal in her uncle's house, leading to madness and terror in this gripping new novel. Pray they are hungry. Kara finds these words in the mysterious bunker that she finds discovered behind a hole in the wall of her uncle's house. Freshly divorced and living back at home, Kara now becomes obsessed with these cryptic words and starts exploring the peculiar bunker, only to discover that it holds portals to countless alternate realities. But these places are haunted by creatures that seem to hear thoughts, and the more you fear them, the stronger they become. I'm not that far yet. She just found, she went down the hallway, went down the hallway, and just found the room.
Okay, so you're further than I am.
Has she found the hallway yet?
No.
Damn, you only just started this too.
Yep.
Okay.
I am 9%.
I'm 13, so you're almost there.
I'm almost there. I'm at page 27 out of 344. I put a pause on it because I got super distracted by another Hermione fanfic.
Yeah. You'll float through that though once you start it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. I just, like I said, just got super distracted with fanfictions, and who am I if I'm not distracted by fanfictions? Which, by the way, I've highlighted a few things in this book where she even brings up fanfictions.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that is such a fun little...
Get it, girl.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was so cool.
Oh, I think this is going to be a great month. I'm actually super excited for the end of month episode.
Me too. So, before we end the episode, just real quick, I want to do like a little check-in on where we're to in our yearly goal. Because I think we're both pretty impressed with ourselves, I think.
What was yours? What did you choose for your 2024 reading challenge?
I said 50 books. If I look at my previous years, because I decided to look at my year in books to see. Last year I read 77. The year before that I read 77. That is really bizarre.
Wow, how bizarre.
So maybe I should set my goal to 77. But I was thinking along the lines of, I don't really have as much time to be reading this year as I did the last 2 years because Audrey is way more on the go. So I said 50 sounds like a good goal.
Mm-hmm.
But then I hit that the end of August. What are you at? How are you doing with yours?
So this year I chose 30 books. I like to start small. So in 2022, I also had 30 books as my reading goal, but I read 43. Last year, then I chose 40 books as my goal because obviously I read 40 the year before. I could do it again. But then I only read 31 books.
Oh.
So this year, I chose 30 books again. And I just reached that, actually.
Nice. What was your book that hit your goal? Do you know?
So it would have been, I just finished a short story yesterday or the day before, and that was my 30th book. Mm-hmm. But technically on Goodreads it says 29 because our isn't on Goodreads. What book was that?
That's right. That was the Hermione and Snape one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I've only completed 4 reading challenges. So I got my 2023 challenge. I read 77 out of the 75 that I picked. 2022, I read 77 out of my goal of 30.
Damn.
2016, I completed. I read 20 out of 20 books. And then 2015, I read 31 out of my goal of 20.
Damn.
So the other years, I either didn't set a challenge, because I know, like I said, like I fell away from reading for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to look at your books that you've read
This
in
year?
in your reading challenge, if you just take a little look down through, I know we did this back a couple months ago, but which one jumps out at you the most that was like the most memorable? Like right now.
Older. I will always think of it. By Jennifer Hartman.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I would have to either go with Older or The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Those are the two that are like really jumping out at me right now. Obviously, if I look at my most recent, like Divine Rivals and Crescent City, like really jump out at me too.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the year how that changes. Oh, but Older was so good.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I think that's pretty well clues up our episode.
I think so.
Yes. If you're still around, go give us a follow on Instagram at My Sisters TBR.
And rate us.
Yes, rate us and follow us. We like stalkers.
All right. See you in 2 weeks.
Until next time. Toodles.